Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda, what's good?
Red Panda Anthem.
The rumors are true. This is the biggest investment show ever created.
That's a fact.
Your eyes are not deceiving you.
Yeah. Ian, real quick, and maybe you can't give that number, but I know obviously Bitcoin moves the market of cryptocurrency. And so if it gets down to 9,856, that's nearly, a little bit over 50% from the drop now. Ethereum obviously will fall down too, right? It's at $1,120 and moving. Are we thinking a similar type drop since they almost run parallel when one falls the other? So we're talking maybe in the 560 to 580 range?
Man, I don't want to say this. If we have recession, did you guys see where they said interest rates will not go back to 2% until 2025? So when
I did see that.
So when I was screaming in Vegas, remember the scene in Ricky when Ricky was in the alley and old boy pulled up?
You were screaming in Vegas?
Yeah, people say I was acting crazy.
He
on
was,
stage?
Not acting crazy.
No,
he was he wasn't acting crazy.
Passionate.
Market
Westbrook,
Mondays. I thought you meant him 500. I thought him 500's event. Okay.
No.
Flagrant 2, technical foul, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But my thing was, I know that this is going to be the last time that Black people at scale are going to be able to get rich off of recession. So sometimes when you guys are in the comments and taking this lightly, the conversations that I'm having with people, everyone's like, yo, just take care of you and don't worry about the culture. Black, brown, white, Asian, Jewish, etc. I know I can't do that. But what I do know for sure, if we do not capitalize off of this recession, you think it's bad now. We haven't even dropped where we should be. And if they take out quantitative easing until 2026 or 2027, which they should, we're going to see a slow depression like we've never seen. $104.20 is the bottom out price for Ethereum. I do not want it to happen. I know it sounds crazy. I do not want it to happen under any circumstances.
That's 90% from right now. Okay.
$100?
Everyone said I was crazy.
That's dead.
Everyone said I was crazy at Peloton. Hertz.
That's funeral music.
That's dead. Dead. That's dead. That's dead in the water.
And let me put it like this. Remember when 50 Cent went against Kanye in 2007? And it was like, yo, if Kanye beats 50 Cent, 50 Cent will retire from rap. Now, it was one of the biggest, shout out Hovain and everybody in the industry.
This is true. This is true.
One of the biggest sales days. Yeah. What they don't tell you behind the scenes is because since 50 had SMS audio and Jimmy was looking to get out of the music business and he had beats and he was looking to sell to Samsung or Apple, no one could come compete on Jimmy's block with those headphones. And it was Interscope that ruined 50's career. Not Def Jam, not Rockefeller, not Universal, not Lucian. It was Interscope. So, I say that to say, sometimes it will be the ones who own the asset that will drive the value of it down so they can take over primary ownership of it. Now, all of a sudden, I told you guys for a year, Facebook's over with. No. It's never going to go anyway. It has analytics that nobody has ever breached on Earth in humankind. I feel you. Okay, great. Go put all your money into it and see what happens.
Shout out to the folks at Facebook.
Shout out Facebook.
Shout out to the folks at Facebook. I have a meeting there coming up too. My job is no matter what happens. I got two. I have two, and I'm gonna get the new one.
WhatsApp. Shout out to Instagram.
Shout out to Zuckerberg. Right.
Yep. Shout out to Zuckerberg.
Yep.
But my thing is same with Kathy. Well, number one, my job is to tell the truth, no matter if it hurts. Short term, long term, as long as we tell the truth, the people will fuck with us. The deals will come if the people fuck with us.
Yeah, but then there's also everybody has different opinions. I believe in Instagram. I can't be swayed from that. So it's okay. It's okay to have your opinion.
I don't have an. Okay, well, let's get back to data and if we correlated this with hoops, right? When Mark Jackson got moved out, I feel it hurts me to watch Mark Jackson coach or commentate on a team that he helped build. And they put Curry there. Same with Facebook. There is a concentrated effort amongst VCs, hedge funds, and banks to destroy. Now, all of a sudden, Sheryl Sandberg leaves. Now, all of a sudden, they're talking about, hey, she had misappropriation of funds. Sheryl could have covered whatever cost for that wedding. That's a smear campaign. But guess what? If we move the protective layer to Zuckerberg, which is Sheryl, now we're closer to getting to the king. WWE pops up. Vince McMahon has an inappropriate relationship. Da, da, da. Anyone who watches wrestling, they know, man, since she ran for SBA with Trump, Vince and Linda haven't been together for many years. But guess what? If I get to throw a scandal on your name and now remove your child, Stephanie, in as interim CEO, now me and my buddies in private equity could come attack your whole fucking business and rip your business apart and get it for ourselves. Same thing is happening in Facebook. And in every recession, there are big players that end up dying. Qualcomm is not what it used to be pre-2008. Same with Adobe. Same with Cisco. Same with Oracle. Great companies. They were not in the league. We are watching a massacre in real time. Just no bullets are flying. But this is war at its finest. I love Facebook too. I've made my entire reputation on Facebook. I get it. But man, the effort they're putting in to destroy Zuckerberg, and now that they got Sandberg out of the way, 4 years, and it's over with.
We'll revisit this conversation in 4
Yep,
years.
yep.
Until then, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. But
Absolutely.
Let's do this. We have some guests. So let's bring our guest in to have this conversation. Almost 8,000 people on the live. Hit the like button and share.
Let's go.
Please hit the like button and share. Yes. There they go.
There you go.
The guys, what's up?
Hey, dynamic duo.
Come on, guys.
What's going on, man? You got the world is yours globe in the back.
That's Queens.
Queens get
Queens gets the money.
money.
Envy, are we fresh off the title? I know we was in Houston, repping New York. Did we walk away with the title?
Hell no. Them Houston boys came for our ass. I didn't gonna lie.
Boy, they wasn't playing.
They had a hearse with slabs or whatever they put. A hearse. Like, how do you beat a hearse? They had a hearse with slabs on it or whatever they call them. And it's
It's cool. It's cool. It
home
was
court
a home
advantage.
court advantage.
They brought a coffin. I mean, we could do it, but I told them, I said, that was cute. Now come
Yeah.
to New York and do that.
Exactly.
So,
A home and away. We need the
20th.
home and away.
August 20th, they coming to New York. So everybody here from New York, you got a nice
that's
ride,
good.
a nice car, bring it on out because it's going to be New York versus, I just got off the plane. It's going to be New York versus Houston part 2 in New York. So we're going to do it the right way.
That's gonna be
Okay.
fire.
Okay. Catch a fair one at home. I hear you.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. Well, welcome back, gentlemen. It's been a while. Caesar and Envy, friends of the program. They was on EYL, they was on Market Mondays, and always provide a wealth of information. Obviously, you probably already know who they are, so I don't have to give the introduction, but
Yeah.
really, really knowledgeable in the real estate game. A lot of people might have big platforms, but might not be the most knowledgeable. But what I like about these guys is that they actually like do it like in real life.
Mhm.
Like you could just use your celebrity status to kind of like, skate through, but especially Envy, like he's on the ground, he's doing it. Caesar obviously was doing it before that, but they both work together and they actually doing it. And they educate people. We're talking about their seminar. We'll talk about that. But they've been doing that for a long time in the education space. And they're making a lot of money on real estate. So welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for being here.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So let's get this conversation started. It's a crazy time right now in the economy. Interest rates, I think, is like at 6.2%. They saying it's going to go past 7%. So it's a difficult time to buy a home right now. And obviously, we're headed towards a recession. So people might get laid off and they have less money. So that's going to make it even worse. So what do you say to people that are trying to get into real estate right now, facing high interest rates, facing uncertainty in the job market? Like what would you say to people that's coming to you for advice?
I would just tell them, you can't get, right? Economies always change no matter what. Real estate, I think right now is your best bet as far as anything secure. Just because, interest rates are going up, right? They've gone up tremendously. They're going to go up more. But that's really going to affect people that are buying, right? Because when interest rates drop, what it really does is less people afford a home a little bit quicker than later on, right? Because now you could afford it. But realistically, right now, yeah, rates are through the roof, but it's the perfect time to become a landlord because now rents are through the roof. So as far as for us, right, because our whole platform has always been rental properties, rental properties, rental properties, we're not affected because, yeah, our rates might be a little higher on a property that I buy today, but now that same apartment that I used to rent for $1,400, $1,500, now I'm getting $2,200, $2,500 for it. So it evens out. So I think right now is the perfect time to become a landlord. And the other thing is this: you only have two choices. You buy a house for $500,000, your interest rate is 6%, and you're gonna pay a mortgage of $3,000, right? Or you're gonna rent an apartment if you're in a high area like New York City or California, and you're paying $2,500 to $3,500 a month, right? So wouldn't you rather own than pay somebody else's mortgage? Like that, those are your two choices. You're gonna pay somebody's mortgage or you're gonna own the property. That's it.
Yeah, one of the things that you guys are big on since the last time we spoke was, you were building properties. And recently, the Wall Street Journal put out an article saying that, building permits have fallen down 7%. Obviously, inflation is a part of that. Interest rates are part of that. But supply chain is part of that as well. So how has that affected you guys since the last time we spoke?
To us, it didn't really affect us, right? Because every day is something different, right? So you have to adapt. Today is lumber's up. Tomorrow, lumber goes down, is steel, right? Next week is plumbing supply. So every time something changed, right? So originally, all of our builds, when we first started building, our mentality was that we were going to make $1,200 to $1,400 a month per apartment, right? And yeah, everything, like you said, supply chain, right? Everything is slow. Everything went up. But now those same apartments that we were building, now we're getting $2,000 and $2,500 a month. So everything kind of evens out, right? That's why I always tell people, landlords, we never lose.
And I looked at it like a lot differently, right? When the pandemic first hit, I was nervous like most of the people out there. I was scared, right? And the reason I was scared is I didn't know what was going to happen next, right? Especially with interest rates going up and everything that was going on. And because if you really look at it, some of the houses that people are buying are way over what the market would say it was worth, right? Mm-hmm. And I was nervous. I was scared. I was like, nah, I'm going to chill. Because my whole mentality is I'm just going to stack and I'm going to wait for the market to fall. And all these people that are outpaying or overpricing these houses are going to lose them. And that's when I'll come in and I'll just take everything up. Caesar was like, nah, let's just keep buying. Reason we keep buying is because even though it's costs more money, I mean, to rent a property right now, if anybody's looking to rent a property right now, it's out of this world. My daughter goes to NYU and her apartment, when I first looked at it, was like $2,400, right? And this is when the pandemic first hit. And I didn't get her apartment because I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. She might have to do it from school, but it opened back up. And that same apartment is now $3,800. Yeah. Nothing changed. There was no difference. It's just people are starting to look for properties more. So that allowed me to say, you know what? I have to start getting back on it. You know, that term, scared money don't make no money, is the truth. Because I was scared because I was like, you know what? Let me hold out. Same thing with a lot of these other things. When you hold out and you don't necessarily know what you're doing, you lose out. Thank God I got a guy to the right of me that you know, he's pressing on.
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda, what's
This
good?
that Red Panda Anthem. Whole foot going up. I know they can't stand it.